Unified Command confirms 4 new cases for COVID-19 in the Panhandle, bringing the total number of positive cases to 38, while recoveries remain at 18. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Panhandle Public Health District confirms 4 new positive coronavirus cases in the Panhandle, with all of them here in Scotts Bluff County. PPHD says the latest cases involve a male in his 50s and 3 females, 2 in their teens and 1 in her 40s, all of them close contacts of a previously positive case. The investigation is ongoing and all close contacts have been notified. Close contacts also have been quarantined and are being actively monitored twice daily for fever and respiratory symptoms by public health officials. Contacts that are currently showing symptoms are being tested, and there are no community exposures to report. Looking at the statewide numbers, as Friday and Saturday mark the highest single-day totals of new confirmed cases since monitoring began. Hall County has nearly 200 more confirmed cases from Friday and Saturday, while Dawson County had 100 new cases over that same time period. 4 more additional COVID-19 related deaths were confirmed late Friday afternoon, bringing the statewide total to 28. And during his Friday briefing, Governor Ricketts reminded Nebraskans to stay home, stay healthy, stay connected. He said when the time comes, he and the public health experts will look at a phased-in, step-by-step method for loosening restrictions.
We're going to put together a plan that is right for Nebraska. That may involve doing something instead of on a statewide basis, doing it regionally. Again, I think that's one of the things the White House also talked about. It could be implemented on a state-by-state or a county-by-county process. We're definitely going to be looking at, as you recall, we rolled out our directed health measures in a phased-in way across the state. You can imagine we might do loosening those restrictions in the same way.
Right now, he wants people to focus on the 21 days to stay home and stay healthy, and 6 rules to keep Nebraska healthy. The governor says he and state leaders will be putting together a program that is right for Nebraska. Ricketts also discussed the importance of mental health as well as physical health during his Friday briefing. Well, coming up after the break, has spring finally sprung? Bill Boyer will be in with your full week forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Start your spring right with Compliments for you and your home. Compliments wants to help you get dressed for all your spring events. Whether you're the mother of the bride, at your son's graduation, or looking for a great dress for a special event, Compliments has got a look for you. While at Compliments, look for a new style or give it as a gift. With great new home decor, now is the perfect time to spruce up your home. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scotts Bluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, not bad tonight across the region. Temps fall down into the 50s by later on this evening, and then in the 40s when you head to bed. Tomorrow morning back into the low 30s for lows, but we're going to warm quickly tomorrow into the mid 40s, upper 40s, even to near 50 by 9 o'clock. So mild tomorrow and Wednesday coming. We cool a little bit down Thursday, bringing a chance of some showers and thunderstorms Thursday night into Friday, and then quiet for the weekend. It's It's going to warm up. Sunday is going to be nicer than Saturday temperature-wise, but still pretty nice. And even, apparently I put an extra V in there, even milder temps coming next week than what we had this week. And the first part of this week certainly going to be mild as well. Hit 66 yesterday after a low of 30. Those are really close to normal for this time of year. Nothing in the rain gauge over the weekend, just 32 hundredths is all for us for the month. Well below normal here to start the month and the year out here in the panhandle of Nebraska. It's 49 right now, that cooler air up in the mountains. We have 60s across most of the Cornhusker State, 71 down in Hayes. Those temps will be in our area tomorrow into the 70s. It's 62 right now in Sidney, 65 in Ogallala, 56 up in Lusk, one of the cooler readings, and winds a little gusty at times, northwest 15 to 20 miles an hour. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Then for tonight, just clear skies, nothing doing out here. Overnight, we're going to have clear skies abound across the region, and low temperatures are going to fall off because of those clear skies around that freezing mark, a little above in some areas, and about freezing, the 32-degree mark in others. And then for tomorrow, we start the day off with sunny skies and going to end the day with sunny skies as well. Just a couple of high-level clouds trying to push across the region, an isolated shower possible out in eastern Wyoming. That's about it. They'll dissipate before they make it too far out into the region. And then Wednesday, we start the day with a few clouds and a couple of showers trying to push their way in. I think most of Wednesday is going to be fairly dry, though. It's Thursday when we see our next chance of precip. 73 in Scotts Bluff tomorrow, 66 in Lusk, 62 tomorrow in Cheyenne, so a touch cooler there. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows down to 32, 15-mile-an-hour winds or so. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, really a fantastic day. Look at this, 5 to 10-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be mild, low 70s out there. Beautiful day tomorrow. Our 7-day forecast puts another decent day together Wednesday with highs in the low 70s. Again, Thursday, we bring in a chance of some thunderstorms late in the day. Thunder showers scattered around on Friday. Cooler, highs only in the mid-50s. We warm back into the low 60s Saturday, and Sunday into Monday, we're in the upper 70s. 80 or better possible as we get into the early portions of next week, as well as I think we're going to string along a pretty decent stretch of some nice weather here, for the most part, across the high plains.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchtone energy partner, the power of human connections.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payments. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scotts Bluff, your volume discount dealer.
Welcome back. The Scottsbluff City Council has approved awarding the $2.2 million bid for the city's 2020 Seal Coat project to Top Coat Incorporated. Interim City Manager Rick Kukon says that Top Coat was the only bidder, but came in more than $100,000 less than the engineer's estimate. Councilman Scott Shaver said that this was an excellent bid and recommended moving forward with the vote.
I was quite impressed that it's actually below the engineer's estimate considerably. So if there's no other discussion about it, I'd like to make a motion to accept it.
The council unanimously approved the motion to award the bid, and under the proposal, the project would begin in June. Well, Nebraska's primary election next month could see strong turnout if most people who requested ballots by mail return them in time. Secretary of State Bob Evnen told the Omaha World Herald that 340,000 Nebraskans had requested mail-in ballots as of Friday. Another 50,000 voters who live in rural counties where voting by mail is the only option will also receive their mail-in ballots. That total of 390,000 ballots is approaching Nebraska's highest turnout primary since 1972, when 413,000 people voted. Nebraska voters can request mail-in ballots from their county election officials until May 1st. Polling places will still be open for the May 12th primary election. And a Nebraska man convicted of killing a store clerk who arranged a Tinder date with him has had a hearing to determine whether he'll be sentenced to death or life in prison postponed for nearly 6 months. That's the new hearing date for 53-year-old Aubrey Trail, who is now scheduled to be back in court on December 15th after originally being set for June 23rd. Trail was convicted of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and improper disposal of human remains in the November 2017 death and dismemberment of 24-year-old Lincoln store clerk Sydney Loof. She arranged a date with Boswell and disappeared. Well, coming up after the break, Nebraska's annual Red-White Spring Game was this weekend, but in a completely different format due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'll have that story at the sports desk right after this on KNEB.TV News.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scotts Bluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Why do I have First National Bank's free checking? For all the things that could happen. Like the fact that they automatically forgive one overdraft fee every year. And they won't charge a fee if I accidentally overdraw my account. Up to $20. Best of all, if I use another bank's ATM, my bank won't charge me a fee. When things don't go as planned, it's nice to feel protected. Switch today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Taking a look at the latest from the First National Bank Sports Desk, and it was a red-white spring game like none other this past Saturday, as some of the last real sports took place a month ago with the Nebraska boys high school state tournament. But with the entire nation hunkered down, how could Nebraska put off the annual spring tradition? Well, in a virtual format, of course. This simulated game was played on EA Sports NCAA football and included cut-ins from the marching band, cheerleaders, and some Husker alumni. This spring game featured some of the all-time Husker greats, pitting quarterbacks Tommy Frazier and Eric Crouch against each other, and also included Amon Green, Mike Rozier, Amir Abdullah, Irving Fryer, Kenny Bell, and Dominican Sue, just to name a few. The first 2 quarters of the game was a complete computer simulation, and at halftime, Frazier's Red Squad went to the locker room with a 27-17 lead. At halftime, legendary coach Tom Osborne gave a heartfelt halftime speech, and then for the second half, current Husker players Cam Taylor-Britt and Wandale Robinson took the controllers to make a high-scoring second half. With 3 minutes left in the game, the red team went up by 16 points. But Eric Crouch led the white team down the stretch of the field, and Amon Green touchdown run and a Johnny Rogers 2-point conversion cut the deficit to 8. A failed onside kick, but the red team unable to move the chains as the white team burned all 3 of their timeouts. That led to this missed field goal, giving Eric Crouch and the white team 61 seconds to make one more scoring drive. Quick completions to Matt Harrion, Stanley Morgan, and then a 22-yard bullet to Johnny Rogers for the TD. Biggest play of the game coming up as the 2-point conversion would tie things up. And Johnny Rogers, once again, and we're all tied up at 57. Heading to overtime now is Alex Henry able to get the field goal for the white team, giving the red squad a chance to win with a touchdown. First play, Tommy Frazier steps back in the pocket and throws a deep jump pass, only to be intercepted by Fabian Washington, ending the 2020 Red-White Spring game. Nebraska Athletic Department officials say there was a great turnout for this virtual game, with more than 20,000 people tuning in to view it live on Saturday. And turning our focus now to the WNCC Lady Cougars, as sophomore TK Morehouse looks to build on her 2 solid seasons at WNCC after signing to play with D1 school Florida Gulf Coast University. The Eagles will look to Morehouse to provide a scoring punch next year after the Milwaukee, Wisconsin native averaged 21 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4+ assists per game last season, while earning an NJCAA First Team All-American honors. Morehouse was also named to the All-Region 9 team, the Region All-Tournament team, and was the honorary captain of the Omaha World Herald JUCO All-Nebraska team. That is the latest today from the Sports Desk. I'll have your community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Wyobraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scotts Bluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, plans to open Prime Metal Products, Inc. for a new operation for the manufacture and distribution of commercial HVAC duct systems in Gering is still on track. After getting most of the pieces in place, owner Herb Gibson tells KDB News they are still shooting for an opening date sometime this spring. Gibson says they have received quite a few applications as well.
Yeah, we have a number of applications, that have been submitted to us directly or submitted to the union local. So, I would think that's in the 30 to 40 that have reached out in some fashion.
In February, the Scottsbluff City Council approved a $1.5 million LB 840 Economic Development Assistance Agreement for Prime Metal Products, where upwards of 70 union manufacturing jobs would be created through this $7.1 million project. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.